My name is Jesse Maison, and I am applying to the customer support specialist role with Arendal. I hope I am pronouncing that right. So anyway, I think as far as audio knowledge, what the bulk of my knowledge would come from two sources. One of which would be my time in the army, where I spent 6 months in radio repair school. I think there's some obvious differences between army radios and civilian radios. I think, obviously army radios have a much higher level of security and, of course, are geared towards vocal communication as opposed to music or movies or anything along those lines. I did learn about the different types of cabling, the different frequencies. I can tell you the difference between a sawtooth wave and a sine wave. And I think my second source of knowledge would be, or at least my experience would be, working in a call center on and off for the past 6 years since leaving the Army in 2018. So I have more or less used sound equipment for about a decade or so. Now, at home, I'm kind of, as you can see, I'm wearing a headset right now. I don't, living in an apartment, I don't, I can't really have too elaborate of a setup due to spatial constraints and neighbors. Uh, so, mostly just wearing headsets. I'm kind of a Logitech fanboy. Quite frankly, I've never heard of Arendal until applying for this position. However, um, I think I am good at a lot of things technical. I am a student, and I'm down kitty, and I can quickly fill the gaps. And I think I have, and I have sold surround sound. I have had a brief stint selling surround sound systems back in 2019. I know some people are real big on the bass. However, I think my strongest role out of other candidates would be my background in customer service and support. Throughout the past 6 years, I've used a number of proprietary software, pretty much any Microsoft Office, especially Microsoft Word. I think Salesforce. I have used various incarnations of Salesforce, including Salesforce Lightning as well as Zendesk and usually other CRM systems as well as other databases and so forth. I always hate it when people use Excel as a database, and I think in my current role, I have been known to edit database documents in my spare time, which the higher ups do not have time to do. I think it's even though I haven't done now sales, I haven't done commission sales in a while. However, in customer service, essentially, I think what with both sales and service, essentially, you just have to figure out the customer's problem or need and find a way to fulfill that need. In my current role, I work for Verifone. You might not have heard of them. However, next time you walk into a fast food restaurant, use your credit card, you look down at the machine, there's a 40% chance it will say Verifone, um, especially if it's a McDonald's or a Burger King, both of which exclusively use Verifone equipment. For example, so a customer calls in. Usually, they have an issue with their point of sale system, i.e., the system that is used to get money from their customers and essentially, from their credit cards to the bank. And oftentimes, I'll have to use either my empathy or my understanding of their issue to resolve the issue. For example, a retail store and a fast food in a gas station, they all, you know, they all have the same goal, which is to get the customers money, but they do it in much different ways and use much different equipment. I mean, I have a very well-rounded individual. I just got my associates in business administration. I have spent 7 years in the Army. I have worked in customer service as well as food service. And I think that does help me relate to a lot of customers as well.